What's up everybody, it's Tom Nookstead here bringing you another game of Fortnite, and I'm gonna go ahead and, judging on this trajectory, let's go for Retail Row today. I've already decided that the title of this video is going to be Patience is a Virtue. I'm mostly talking about something that happened to me at work the other day, and I wanted to discuss it a little bit because it's more of a, I don't know, I guess a more serious discussion, while hopefully maintaining some, some semblance of fun. So, I mean, not really fun, because it's not really a funny story, but I figured I wanted to just talk a little bit about some of the stuff that I do at work. I'm gonna go for this treasure chest because I'm greedy, and I'm gonna totally ignore my whole patience is a virtue thing. Okay. Excellent first kill. Let's go ahead and run inside this bash shop really quick. Okay. Oh, I hear another chest, but we're gonna take a second on that one. Alright, starting off the game fresh though with that kill. So I want to talk a little bit about my work, and specifically yesterday. For those who don't know, I work with a very high-risk population. I work with children with autism. And my job can be very demanding because I don't just work with kids and hang out around them, kind of like a school or something like that. While my job does try to cover the requirements for a school, it is not necessarily, it's not the same as working as a normal school, because I work with, patients that are very hard to understand and very hard to deal with if you don't have patience. And that's really the only thing separating me from someone who, might not have a degree in psych like I do. I have to work, and I have to be very, very patient and understanding of the stuff that's happening around me. Just yesterday, I was working with a child who cannot communicate very well, is not able to speak and talk about what he really needs. He has very low language skills, and he does a thing called scripting. For people who don't know, scripting is, I'm sorry, I was thinking of scripting in games because I'm playing a video game, but no, scripting in the autism or the field of autism is they will speak certain words or languages or phrases that they've heard before that worked out in certain other contexts that might not be appropriate for the context that we're dealing with right now. So I'm gonna follow this guy really quickly and then go ahead and tell my story. But if this guy just ran, got him. Alright, take this trap. Oh boy, 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 boy. Darn, dude. That's really too bad. I could have, and he was right there too. He took his med kit. He is gonna be fine. Finishing working with this kid. Actually, finishing is a weird word. I was starting working with this kid, and he was doing pretty well. All things considered, I thought we were having a pretty good time. I know he can be a difficult child, and so we were out on a walk, and when I'm out walking this kid, it's mandatory that we hold his hand because he will just run away. That's just one of the things he does. And can I do this? What? It went through him. the story here. I was out walking the child. He started scripting. He got into a bit of a behavior, and he ended up biting me. He ended up getting me pretty good. I don't know if it's gonna show up on camera here. Yeah, it's very blurry. He got me with that. He got me with a scratch. And it takes a kind of person who's going to take that kind of. Honestly, it was hard to deal with. It happened in the moment, and it was right then and there that I realized that I had a lot of patience, because my first instinct wasn't get upset with the kid. The first thing wasn't like blow my lid, which I've seen other people do with this kid. Other people who work in my clinic, I've seen people do this. My first reaction was like, okay, hey, it happened, we're gonna move on from it, we're gonna go ahead and just sit here for a second until we're ready to calm down. Sure enough, we sat down, he wasn't talking much, and I was asking him, hey, are you ready to get back at it? Because we were gonna pick up this chair that he had thrown, that we had come into, or that had happened when we'd come into the clinic. And we were just sitting there, and I was just going, are you ready? And he just goes, no. And you just do that over and over rather than force this kid to get up, because he doesn't have, that same privilege that we do. I was talking about this a little bit ago about how sometimes we take for granted some of the stuff that we get to have, and it's one of those cases working every day with the children that I work with. I just wanted to go ahead and say that patience is definitely a virtue when it comes to not just working with other people, but working in life. When I come home, I need a lot of patience throughout my day, to continue just to maintain my happy demeanor and stay good with everyone else here. So I know this is a bit of a different video. It's not so much a gameplay and a story, but I just wanted to kind of bring that out, talk a little bit about some autism awareness. If you know anyone with autism, be gentle with them, dude. And it's gonna take a while for them to understand what you're saying, understand what you're doing, but it's worth it, because some of these kids are, these kids are kids. They deserve a chance like every other kid that we have. So I want to thank you all for hanging out and listening to me. Hopefully tomorrow will be a more normal video. But in the meantime, take it easy. I hope you have a good day. See ya.